going on, you guys? Oleksandr Usyk, after defeating Anthony Joshua 2 times now, he's now looking to offer his services to Anthony Joshua. And this is something that kind of seems to be kind of a common thing with AJ, if I'm honest, because I remember Fury offered to help him, and all these guys want to help AJ, right? But when we get this from a guy like Oleksandr Usyk, one would assume that it is genuine. One would assume that it's real. This is what Usyk had to say. He says this, quote, "If he needs my help, I will go to his camp and help him. He is not 40 years old. He is 33. So he should keep working. Anthony, don't stop. I understand that he wanted to win against me, but Anthony can't give up. He must go forward." So yeah, this is after AJ's, rant in the ring, right? He was pretty upset, and Usyk. So this all comes from after the fight, right? Anthony Joshua was pretty upset, And now Anthony Joshua finds himself with 3 losses as a professional fighter. 1 to Andy Ruiz and 2 to Oleksandr Usyk. Tyson Fury is now saying that he wants to fight AJ. Of course, he was looking to face Usyk, right after these guys fighting, right? Tyson Fury, these heavyweight fighters, he's trying to catch these guys when they kind of beaten up and sore and bruised, and from the long training camp and from the fight, he's trying to catch these guys, man. And Usyk said, "Nah, I'm looking to fight next year. If you want to fight next year, we can do it next year." So Tyson Fury seems to be in a hurry, for whatever reason, to sell his belts off to the highest bidder. So now he's looking at AJ, right? He's looking at AJ for a fight, right? In the UK, said they got the venue and everything down, and he formally was looking like he was selling his belts, right? It's formally looking like he was trying to sell his belts to the highest bidder. Oleksandr Usyk don't seem to be falling for Tyson Fury's games, right? Usyk's moving on his own time, and Usyk said that he wants to, if he can't fight Fury next year, he would fight AJ for a 3rd time, or Deontay Wilder, or retire. So Usyk really, there's not too many other options that Usyk's really looking at currently right now as far as heavyweights. Fury's is a hit or miss with Fury. But Usyk also says this: "It's wrong to think that he has stolen my moment. He said what he wanted. Thank God victory was mine. Anthony cannot be judged by what he did. He's a top-level athlete and a good person. He made a mistake. I'm sure he did it with no anger. He was disappointed with his defeat, and he was sad." So that's what Usyk had to say in regards to AJ's rant after the fight, and of course him wanting to help Anthony Joshua. Now, as it currently stands, the heavyweight division now, we have a WBC title eliminator tournament, so to speak, right? A mini tournament. Of course, Andy Ruiz and Luis King Kong Ortiz just fought for the WBC eliminator. Now, Robert Helenius and Deontay Wilder will face each other for another WBC. And then we're going to have the final eliminator between the winner of Helenius and Wilder to go up against Andy Ruiz. Will Tyson Fury still have the belt around that time? Who knows, right? Nobody knows what Fury's planning on doing. It looks like Fury's just trying to sell his belts off. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens there. But it's interesting that Usyk is willing to offer his services to Anthony Joshua. And if I'm honest, I think that could help AJ. I think that could help AJ quite a bit. Usyk, there's going to be no other heavyweight that really fights like Usyk. Maybe a Frank Sanchez, maybe a Big Baby Edison somewhere down the line. But Usyk, he has the good counterpunching ability. He has a lot of things that a lot of heavyweights probably haven't seen. So if AJ could swallow his pride, I know he's upset and I know he really wants to beat this guy, but if he could swallow his pride and humble himself, AJ's a pretty humble guy anyway, but if he could swallow his pride and humble himself and take Usyk's services, it could be beneficial towards him. However, the competitive spirit that we've seen from AJ seems like he really wants to compete against Usyk rather than train with him. So we're going to see how that plays out. I don't see it can hurt at this point. You know what they say, you can't beat them, join them, even though you know how your boy Bushido rolls. It's all about the competition here. But Usyk may just got AJ's number. Anthony Joshua still a pretty young guy as far as heavyweight's concerned, and there's still a lot of growing and develop that AJ could do. And a guy like Usyk, who may not be around too much longer in the sport, he could offer his service to Anthony Joshua, and it could benefit AJ tremendously. But yeah, man, Usyk is offering to help Anthony Joshua. Should he take him upon his offer, or should he just move on and continue to do his own thing? Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.